Hello class, namaste. Welcome to our Hatha Yoga class. How are you? I'm well too. I wanted to ask you a question today. Do very many of you, or have you ever suffered from what I call a case of the blahs? Well, what I mean by that is you wake up in the morning and you feel like you haven't slept at all, or you have the whole just sort of drops out of you at 10 o'clock in the morning after you've had breakfast and a good night's sleep, or you have that spot in the afternoon, which might be anywhere between 3 in the afternoon or 5 in the evening, and the energy just isn't there. Well, we all have suffered this way, and I sort of used my own body and awareness in seeing how, when it happens to me, what makes me feel better? What are some of the tools inside of me that I can release energy, that I can let go any tension? And it really is a problem if you think about it. If it's at 10 o'clock in the morning and you think, I have just had a full night's sleep. So I just thought we would think about this today and think about some of the tools that you can use, and if I can be of any help here in sharing with you some of the things that have helped me. One of the things that's helped me is that the moment I open my eyes in the morning, I try the first thought that I have in my head. It's interesting to see what it is. It usually is, do I have to get up with the kids, or have the breakfast to make, or we're late. But what about something like, it's the first day, today is the first day of my life, or isn't it wonderful to be alive, and to really open the eyes to that sort of joyous feeling of today is a wonderful day. And then just lie in bed and stretch. This is another thing that is very, very helpful, is just why don't you, where you're sitting right now, just bring the arms above the head and just stretch, open the fingers, open the palm of the hand, stretch down the arms, and yawn. And yawn, just really feel each muscle as it stretches. And then the opposite side. And this is a very simple that you can do lying down in bed. And then the next, which I have found helpful, is to get up and without any food in my stomach at all, is to do the Uddiyana Bandha, the churning motion that we do in many, many classes. And this helps to stimulate the abdominal area and helps to circulation to come to the area beneath this abdominal wall. Maybe, too, as you're standing, you can take some deep breaths. If you can open the window up wide and take some deep breaths and bring in energy into your body. Exhale out all the lethargy of the night. Why don't we try this now as we're sitting here now? And you're sitting up straight with the spine straight. Exhale the air through your nose, relaxing the abdominal muscle. Just relax it. Exhale out. Then inhale slowly, expanding each rib, expanding the muscles that are between the ribs, and then right up to the very top of the lungs. Then exhale out and out. Exhale out, all lethargy out. Good, out. Let any negative flow out. And inhale, bring in energy in. Feel that you're bringing the day, a new day, into your body, into your mind, into your suggestion. Exhale out. Exhale out. Any tiredness in the body, any stiffness, any negative, out and out and out. Relax your shoulders. Good. And then just breathe normally. If we do any exercise in the morning, it's very different than the exercise in the evening. In the morning, the body is really very stiff. So taking a hot shower, and this will help to warm up the muscles quickly. And then when you get out of the shower in the morning, if you have time, doing some postures that would make you feel good. Perhaps Surya Namaskar. But all of the tools that we have are first the physical ones, and then we have the tool of nutrition, of putting into this body not the toxins that perhaps give us the blahs or the pull down or the drop out of a high sugar content for your breakfast, or perhaps a high in caffeine, but something perhaps lower in the high white sugar to put into the body, and perhaps a decaffeinated coffee that is the same taste, but the caffeine's been taken out. And see if that drop in the morning, that 10 o'clock blah feeling, really will even itself out. And you go on and just sail through your day. Anyway, these are small little thoughts that I had today because I've found that it's helped me tremendously, and I need a lot of energy to get through my day, too. Lie down, will you? I'm going to pull out my mat a bit here, and if you have a mat that you'd like to bring to class and use only for your Hatha Yoga, and just bring it out for class, put it away after class, and use it only for your Hatha Yoga, for your practice on your own. And put it over your rug, so when we do some of the warming up exercises that your spinal column is protected. Bring the arms now over your head. Bring the arms over your head, and we're going to stretch again, stretching the fingertips and opening up the palms of the hands and opening up the inside of the armpit, and open your mouth wide and push with your heels, locking the knees, the seat, and then release. Relax and just let a feeling of lightness come to the body. We're going to do some fun exercises today because they will be in balancing and more in agility. And we need to warm this body up, of course, so beforehand. And let's work on this simple rock and roll. With my spinal column is well protected, bring the knees to the chest, cross your ankles, and reach around the outside of your thighs to the arches of your feet. This is just you reaching around the outside, not between the knees, but around the outside. Clasp a hold of you over your feet, and the thumbs on the inside of your arches. Good. Now just lifting or just bring both, can you just get yourself in a rocking motion? Get yourself in the rocking motion, forward and back, taking care of the upper neck. If you are a beginner today, just taking care of the upper neck, and rock back, exhaling, inhaling, come up to your sitting position, and then just bring your head to the floor. Hold on to your feet, but bring your forehead now to the floor, and hold. And here's something else. You can let the tension, any tightness from your lower back, any tight feelings in the lower back, let them stretch out in this forward stretch. Hold. And I have hanging on to my feet, I'm in charge of the leverage within this stretch, and you sort of are in charge of how far you wish to go. And just hold, breathing shallowly, and then come up. And if you're a beginner, please watch your upper neck now as you go back, and if you've been with me for a while, round your back, and then bring the feet back over the head, and hold. And here again, you can let the muscles of the upper spine, between your shoulder blades, around by your waist and your hips, let them slowly stretch out. And come up into your sitting position. Arrow balance. Arrow balance is a posture that requires balance from inside of ourselves and also stretch. And so we start slowly. We start taking the posture apart. I wrap my right arm around my right knee for the moment, all right? Just around the right knee. And I reach down and I clasp a hold of my left ankle. And then straighten your left leg. Straighten your left leg. And you simply hold for a second. Now, class, very important here. Just look at me here. Look how I'm slouching back. This seems to be easier. But what we want to do, the goal of the posture is to straighten the spine. So straighten your spine. Pull against this right knee, and you'll straighten your spine and do the beginning of the posture perfectly. Good. Hold, and you can see as we hold, we're stretching out the back of the leg. Now flex your foot, and there you get it, even more of a stretch. Go at your own speed, though, won't you? All right, now bend the left knee, wrap your arm firmly around your knee, straighten or reach down, grab a hold of the ankle of your right foot, and straighten out your right leg. And here, I'm up on my toes slightly, so I'm leaning back, and we're getting some balance here. Can you lean back with the legs straight and the spine straight? Can you lean back and hold in this modified arrow position? And if you fall back, you have your mat to roll back on. Just be sure you're not rolling back on your furniture, okay? All right, in this straight position, and it's good that you're holding as I'm holding now. And then both feet together. Bring the hands firmly now around, wrap them around your knees, and straighten your spine. Pressing the thighs close to your chest, and hold. Hold. There's a dynamic action going on, and then release. This problem of getting it together, getting the posture together, is part of our challenge. Take the posture apart slowly. We've done it now with one leg, and I think we should balance now with the opposite leg. So I'm going to wrap my arm around my right knee, reach down, grabbing a hold, and here you can, I don't mind if you round your back a little bit here to get a hold of the ankle of the left ankle. Then straighten your left ankle. And now if this is excruciatingly painful in the back of the legs, all right, so work with it. Bend the knee, straighten it. Bend the knee, straighten your spine at the same time. Round the back, bend the knee, and straighten. And then both feet together. Oh, I can balance, didn't I? Well, let's have the left leg straight out in front of you. And now lift the right foot off of the floor and straighten your spine and hold. And here you are in half an arrow, a broken arrow position. But you're beginning now a wonderful challenge of the full arrow position. And then both feet together, legs straight out in front of you. And just massage the outside of the knees, the muscles on the outside of your thighs, and especially the back of the thighs and the back of the knees. Here's where we get some of the stretch, and really it is pain, isn't it? The back of the knees can be awfully painful in the beginning, but have some courage because that's why you're here. This will begin to stretch out. The cartilage will begin to stretch. Tendons will begin to stretch, and the postures become much, much easier with practice. Now let's work into the full arrow balance. Be sure that you're not, it's very easy to roll back in here, so no furniture behind you, and you roll back on your mat. Bend the knees, sit straight, all right? Straighten your right leg and clasp a hold of your right ankle. And then can you lean back? Can you lean back, lifting the foot, your left foot off of the ground? And then place both feet together. And here I'm in half the posture, aren't I? I'm in half the posture, but I need to straighten my spine. So I straighten your spine, class, straighten your spine and hold. Hold the position, hold absolutely in perfection of the position, and then relax your back, bring both feet together. Hold on to your knees. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. Now, repeat the arrow 1 position that we just did. Repeat it again if you're a beginner. And if you've been with me for a while, let's do some exercises in this arrow position that will require you to really pull in your thinking, really slow your thinking down, really focus your attention. This is what happens when we work with our balancing postures. You work not only with your body, but also with your head, your mind, your inner focus. So, right leg straight out in front of you. Hold on firmly to the ankle. Left, straighten it out. Both knees are straight. The toes are pointed. You keep your balance. Straighten your back. And then slowly open the ankles, open the knees, and hold in the position. Hold in the position. Straighten your spine, straighten your spine. Slow your breath down if you're losing your balance. And then bring both feet together, both heels together. Straighten the spine and elbows. And then bring both knees together, cross the ankles. How'd it go? Fall back a little bit, a few of you? That's okay. That's okay. One day you really get the posture. And then you really know that you're improving and feel very, very good about that. Feel good. You can really say, gee, I'm really working with this. All right, now, just relax for a second. Close your eyes, and we'll do some breathing. Between each asana should be a continuous flow of breathing. Exhale the air now through the nose. And inhale slowly, relaxing the abdominal muscle. Just simply expand your ribs, just like a baby breathes. Good. Then exhale, slow and smooth exhalation. Letting the air come out of the top of the lungs, the middle and the lower lobes of the lungs. Then inhale 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Hold comfortably. Exhale, exhale out. Exhale out all stiffness out of the body, all negative out. Relax your shoulders. Fine. Now we've started the warming up process. I'd like to work on, it's a little bit more advanced work. If you're an absolute beginner, perhaps you'd like to watch. Watch the series every single day, and you'll see many people that have watched the series, this is where they are. This is what you can do. Now, I'm going to fold my mat because I'm going to work now on a shoulder stand, and then going from shoulder stand or Sarvangasana, going from shoulder stand to a bridge position. And it's important that, as I've mentioned many, many times before, that your shoulders are elevated. And if you haven't gotten your mat for class, please practice with one. The mat is folded, and it will be directly underneath my shoulders. It will be parallel to the shoulders. It will be lifting off the back of the spine, the upper cervical vertebra. It lifts it right off of the ground, right back here. These two very large vertebrae that you can feel, they need to be lifted off of the ground slightly. And this will help you from injury and help you to keep the alignment that you wish to, which is one of the benefits of this Sarvangasana position. I don't want you rushing out now to get one of these, but please remember it and perhaps practice it at another time today. Now place the palms of the hands flat on the floor. If you're a beginner, it's fine if you roll up and come into your halfway position, your half candle. It's in our book, it's in our Lilias Yoga and You book as the first position, half candle. The second position we will also do today. So whichever spot you are in, go at your own speed. Palms of the hands now flat on the floor. Inhaling, raise both legs up off of the ground, and exhale, lift then the hips off of the ground. Lift the hips up off the ground, and you're in your half candle position. Cup your hands, class. Cup the hands to the back of your hips. The palms of the hands, back of the hips, and you're in your half candle position. And there should be a wonderful feeling of heaviness in the face, and you'll feel if you have sinus problems, the sinus area will be filled with a fresh supply of circulation to the sinus area, and a very great help if you have sinus problems in this position. And then you're just holding, the legs are back behind the head, you're also loosening up the back. Now in this position, if you are continuing, part of my continuing class, keep your balance, entwine your fingers together, and we're going to do what we've done so often, which is rotate your shoulders. I entwine the fingers together, watch here if you need to, straighten my elbows, and I rotate my shoulders. I literally rotate the shoulder muscles so the shoulder blades come right close to your spinal column. Then I let go, and then bring the hands to the back, and I come up higher in Sarvangasana. Here I reach with energy with the knee. My eyes are open. Open your eyes, class. Look at your heels. Look at the heels of the feet. And feel as if the energy from the hips right up to the heels of your feet. Bring your elbows closely together, moving the hands further down towards your shoulder blades. Tighten your seat muscle and lift. Now, bring the knees to your forehead and just bring the palms of the hands to the floor, and then come down slowly and with control from your shoulder stand. And you just rest for a moment, and I'm going to sit up. And now, it's very hard, excuse me, my yellow carpet constantly falls off of my feet as I'm in that position. We're going to do two things now that are complicated if you're in the position and I'm trying to explain it to you. So we'll take it apart. We'll go into the hand position. We're going to be in Sarvangasana. Then I'm going to say, turn your hands. Now, there are two ways to turn your hands. One is the fingers touching, the middle fingers touching. The hands, here are my hips. The hands can be in this position with the thumbs facing forward, or you can go in this position. Thumbs on either side of your spinal column. And here are two hand positions, according to different teachers. I prefer this hand position. I find it's obviously much more comfortable, but I think for television purposes, that's the position I wish to use. Now, watch what I'm going to do, if you will, as I'm in Sarvangasana. All right. Now I have to reposition my back of my neck because it really is important. Now I'm going to come up into the Sarvangasana position again, rotating the shoulders, etc. Then I come up. Now what I'm going to do is come into your bridge position. Here, if you notice, both legs are up. If I bring my right leg back, then turn my hands, I will place a great deal of weight from my hips in the center of my hands, in the fingers right down into the palm of the hand. Now here on my right leg that I'm moving, I bring it back over my head for balance, and you must do this rather gymnastic routine very slowly, keeping your balance and keeping your wits about you, because then you bring your left toe back down to the floor. And if you notice my right leg is back, this will help me keep my balance. Now, in the beginning, I don't mind if you push off of your left foot to come back into your Sarvangasana. This is called first of all, this is the bridge. This is the bridge position. And bringing your leg back up is the drawbridge. But it takes a little bit of time and some understanding of all the different parts of the puzzle we need to put together. Remember, this is for continuing beginners. And if you're an absolute beginner today, watch this. It's fun and it's rather fascinating to watch. And know that in maybe 3 months' time, you'll be joining us. Goals. All right. Now, let's come back into Sarvangasana. We'll come back, repeat the proper way of coming back, make it a neat beginning, a neat during the middle, and an absolute finish to the posture. Palms of the hands flat on the floor. Inhale, raise both legs up. Exhale, lift the hips up off of the floor. Remember to rotate your shoulders, and support your back. You're coming into Sarvangasana position. Tightening the seat muscle, and we'll hold for about 15 seconds in Sarvangasana. When you're practicing by yourself, class, work up to 1 minute, up to 2 minutes, and then to 3 minutes, comfortably holding this position. Now let us change our hands. All right? Change your hands. You notice the weight needs to be changed because the feet come back over the head, and that's good. Change your hands and rest your hip bones right where the finger and the hand come together. Look up to your right foot and bring it back over your head, keeping your balance, working slowly, not losing your balance. Then with the left leg, bring the left toe back to the front of your mat. Bring the left toe back behind you, letting it touch the floor. Then your hips lower right into the palm of your hand. Everybody with me? Don't lose your balance now. Then push off gently with your left toe. And eventually this will be very smooth and you won't even need that push. How did that go? Let's try it with the left leg now. Left leg back, keeping, this will help you keep your balance. Then with your right foot, bring it way, reaching and stretching, bringing the ball of the foot to the floor. Rest now the hips in the palm of the hand and bring your left leg to your right foot, so both toes are on the floor, and let's work into bridge. Elbows together, feet flat on the floor. And here you're in your bridge position. Check to see that your shoulders are on the floor. Good, and you're holding. Now you can straighten your knees to make it even more advanced. Walk your toes till they come straight out in front of you. Knees are straight. Keep the back of the head on the floor, shoulders on the floor. And then bending the knees, lift the hips up to the ceiling, then lower vertebra at a time, class. Vertebra at a time, giving the lower back to the floor. Bring both knees to your chest, arms over one another, and rest for a second. Rest for a second in this position. Take a breath. Inhale, breathe deeply. Exhale and lift now the forehead to the knee position. And then bring both feet flat on the floor. Right leg straight out in front of you. Left leg straight out in front of you. And you're in your sponge position. And observe.
Observe the feelings and the sensation of Sarvangasana with the bridge. Feel this wonderful flow of energy. The benefits are many. They're tightening of the abdominal area, the wrists, and the hands. Good. Now, sometimes after doing in this relaxation, it's nice just to massage now the back of the neck. Bring the hands up and massage firmly behind any tension, any tightness in the back of the neck on either side of the vertebral column. And then right into the muscles of your shoulders. Massage firmly and then move up a bit higher again into the hairline of the back of your head. Now place your hands behind the back of your head and just gently lift so your chin touches your throat, and then release and relax. Close your eyes and just let any tightness from your shoulders, from your throat, flow out of your fingers. And relax the pelvis area. Any tightness or tightening up of the muscles in the lower back, press the arch out of your lower back. Hold it there. Release and relax. Each class that we do, we don't touch upon everything. Find another time during your day and practice some things that you love to do, that if we have the gaps in our life of where there's no energy and it really the bottom falls out, do some of the asanas that really energize you. It makes you feel well and uplifted. Thank you, class. Namaste.